Right, so the fucking government. So I think that there's gonna be a fucking revolution soon, and why do I think that? I think because I think people are starting to see that the government is like bullshit. Like definitely, ever since they banned TikTok, definitely bullshit. So a lot of people, and especially with social media, it's helping people kind of create not rebellious groups, but rebellious ideas and like more ideals. It helps people develop more ideas to kind of collect together and agree to them, and that's what the government doesn't want. And one thing about the government is that they give us opportunities to later tax us on them. So if you think about it, a lot of these stuff that we do or that we have, like social security, birth certificates, driver's license, all these things were made up by the government in order to kind of put us into a system that they can control. Yeah, they create opportunities for us to later tax us on them. So the government started making rules and all this bullshit so we could kind of conform into this system that they created for us. And we have grown so accustomed to it at the same time because I mean that's one thing about humans in like a system. We want to be stable. If there's like a revolution or chaos or people aren't getting along, people are gonna try to find a way, a system that works, not the best but works for most people. And that's what the system that we have right now. And you think about a lot of like ancient civilizations and other like civilizations, they've all died out. Like there's gonna be a point in time to where our government is gonna crumble and later on a new government is gonna form. It's only a matter of time, but at the same time it's gonna keep happening. We are too divided for things to happen, and especially with the division that comes with politics is like no one is fully democratic, no one is fully republican. And one thing about that is that they keep us with these arguments, and that's why they're banning certain shit. It's not really because they agree or like don't agree with it, it's because it keeps us divided. So think about like abortion rights. It's gonna keep people into a two categories, even though it's not really like a certain category. It's like you agree with it or not. If you're pro-life, then you're gonna fall into Republican, and if you're for abortion, then you're gonna fall into Democrat. And after you fall into that specific group, even just because you fall into one ideal, means that you're gonna have these other ideas kind of represented towards you. So the government is the division of us. They keep us fighting from the they keep us fighting from rights. They keep us fighting ideas just so they can create them. Politicians are known for lying. Politicians are some of the biggest liars and the most manipulative people because they find a way to get their way and then they exploit that. There is no promise to the people. Yes, they promise it, but what the fuck are they gonna do if they don't do it? They're already in term. You know what I mean? It's crazy because like so basically the division is the Democratic and Republican, and the government makes us feel like it's the other side that's making it hard for us. People have always found a way to oppress other people, and especially with the government, especially with the healthcare system. Like that one dude that fucking killed that CEO, bro. That's being part of a revolution. Like things are starting to happen, and people are starting to notice certain things that aren't normal, that are kind of like the end of a, it's almost like the collapsion of a system. And the thing about this system is that it keeps everyone in a certain category, and in that category it keeps us accustomed to the lifestyle and it keeps us accustomed to the ideas of it. But yeah, there's these social norms, and then there's like with money, the government has found a way to make power into an object, and that's money. Because money is the currency that we value things. It's not the value of the thing, but it's the value of the money. They used to trade things. They wouldn't really develop a sense of currency at the time, but we have we've developed into this currency that has like kind of made it into a reward system instead of a exchange system. So money is basically a reward system instead of an exchange system, because we value the money itself, because it sort of brings this power, because it is power. It gives you the power to do things. It gives you the power. It almost frees you. And one thing about freedom is that there's no such thing as complete freedom. You're either free from something or free to do something. And money gives you the ability to be free from a lot of situations, and it gives you the freedom to do a lot of things. So the government has made a form of power into a physical object. And the thing, a lot of the things about like Democratic and Republican is that if you really look at it, it really has to do with community and individual and rich and poor, because Democrats are more about helping each other and being more of a community. A lot of Republicans are more independent, and I mean, there's good things and bad things about community and like being independent. It really just depends on like an individual's life. That's another division that money causes. Money causes a division in community and in a system too. But the thing is, the system that we have set in place right now, it has been working for some time now. But as like society advances and as like individuals become more self-aware, it kind of divides more. Another thing is the U.S. government prison systems. So the prison systems in the U.S. government aren't really that well. There's other systems in different countries that are more of a rehabilitation center than a prison. And I mean, there's like a lot of studies about how it's really successful and it kind of brings down violence and a lot of crime rate. And in the prison systems, it kind of uh, makes more makes the individual worse, because it kind of puts them into this survival system to where they don't really get a chance to grow and learn. And a lot of people like, and a lot of things about it is like we set these like charges on people too. Like if you have a felony, you can't really get a job. So it's almost like a form of oppression. And like a lot of people say that the U.S. prison system should be more of a like a rehabilitation sort of center, instead of like a max cage or whatever. But the thing with that is a lot of people want justice for what criminals do. Like, so justice is just a sense of revenge, because no one really wins, you know. And the thing about rehabilitation too is it's kind of it's hard for people to let go. So it's hard for people to it's hard for people to not want justice. So like a lot of people want to see them behind bars. They want to see them suffer. So with this hatred, it creates more and more division. These charges, this prison system creates more division, because it keeps people oppressed about it too. So it keeps individuals oppressed. But yeah, fuck the government.